Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest rally trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some clips from the community. Today's community clip was sent in by FICO. FICO has a 470 million mite rally trap, so very, very tiny. By the way, if you guys want to be showcased on the channel, all you gotta do is add me on line. My line is gonna be in the description down below. It is Predatorxvx. If you do add me on line, send me a message like, hey, can I be showcased on the channel? Send me a YouTube link or a Google Doc, something I can download off of. I'll download it and do all the editing. By the way, if you've already sent clips, please send me a reminder because sometimes I do forget. So anyways, we're going to be starting off with the first clip here. It is going to be a bunch of KVK clips on his rally trap. The first lead is a decent rally lead. I would say it's a low to mid tier rally lead if I was to go tier wise. He does have like 12 castle stars, but he's got good artifact stars, and I believe he's got all the pack 5s and everything you need to be a leader. By the way, if you're a low tier lead, that doesn't mean you're a bad lead, it just means you're on the lower tier. A bad lead would be someone who doesn't have pack 5s, and I don't consider them a lead. So anyways, the rally's coming in right now. Let's take a look and see what's coming in. It is a cav rally. He's already sitting in range, so he's just got to switch to his war gear and then random away. He's trying to hide his war gear as well as possible, and that's actually a good way to hide your war gear, is to random, because that way they can't actually check your castle. You can see he does have a good set, the rally lead there. Again, he just doesn't have the castle stars. That's why I would consider him a low to mid tier. Probably on the high end of a low tier rally lead if I was to guess for tiering wise. Again, maybe I should do like a tiering video just to tell you what the difference between like a low tier, a mid tier, a high tier is, and then there's the titans above that. So what I consider that, and then there's the maxed accounts. So there's like 5 different tiers of leads, I would say, and there's always like a mix in between, because again, you don't really know the exact stats of the rally lead. So anyways, gonna be throwing on his anti-scout here. You can see he did not take very much damage from this guy at all. This guy does have a really good cav set though. Let's take a look. Yeah, it was a pretty even split between the pack 5 damage and the actual troop damage. 550k, I would assume FICO does not have full counter done if he's taken 550k. Because he's got decent gear, so yeah, I don't know. I'll ask him about that. By full counter, I mean 60% counter. I don't mean 30% have the research done. I mean full counter is you have the hero and the familiar and the research done, 60% total. So most people, if you're a rally trap, you at least have the research done, because that's almost minimum what you need to be a rally trap nowadays. But having that extra 30% and getting the full 60 does help quite a bit. So anyways, moving on here, another KVK here. Looks like, let's take a look at this guy. He's a little bit higher in the castle stars than the previous lead, so he's got 427. So yeah, this guy's more of a mid-tier lead. Again, for me to consider you like a top tier lead, you gotta have probably over 100 castle stars, some good mythic champ tempering done in your account and all that. Like, even you probably need over 120 castle stars for me to consider you a high tier, or because if you're in like the low hundreds, you might just be a high mid tier lead if I was the rank for that. But this guy is probably in like just the mid-tier rank if I had to guess what his actual like stats and stuff were. So again, if you're in this situation, just make sure you know what formation you're in. Make sure if you're going to be popping the attack boost, you're doing that before the rally starts walking, just so you don't have to worry about that, because you want to get that counter off. So here we go. Let's take a look and see what's coming in this time. It is going to be an infantry one, so you just got to switch to cav. Personally, I would always go for the counter before I swap to my gear, just because if you get full countered, it does hurt more than if you just miss your gear swap. Trust me. So anyways, you can see he was able to cap that pretty easily. This guy has some decent tempered 12 stuff. It isn't level 60 tempered ones, it is the level 50 ones, but they do give some pretty good stats at tempered 12. A lot of times they're better to have in there than, let's say, a cup that doesn't have any tempering. The tempered 12 vials are pretty good. So anyways, let's take a look and see how much damage. Not much damage at all. Unfortunately, did get the Helldrider to pop. And again, if you don't know what the Helldrider does, it gives you a % chance of getting your leader back. when you rally someone, but it's only 10% chance, so if you're the rally trap, that's pretty unlucky if they get their Hell Rider. That seems to happen to me a lot more than 10%, I'm not sure why, but it does anyways. So yeah, unfortunately was not able to cap the leader, because again, if he was able to cap it, he probably would have got a follow-up rally after that one. So that's the only issue. Again, as a rally trap, you probably don't want to hold leads for very long. You're just trying to get them so you get rallied more. That's pretty much it. And if they don't want to rally again, you might as well just ransom it back or whatever, because you want to get more rallies. And if you're a rally trap, you don't be holding leaders, because if you have leaders, a lot of times other guilds won't rally you because they're like, oh, that's probably a rally trap. He's holding some rally leaders, so he's probably a rally trap. So that is the issue, obviously, when trapping. So again, he's getting rallied again here. A lot of these times he gets basically in Fury. People see a 400 mil in Fury. You're like, oh, that's an easy target. Let's go rally that 400 mil. That is the good thing about being a small rally lead or rally trap. The problem with being a small rally trap is obviously if there is a top tier lead or a titan that rallies you, there's a good chance they will burn you or walk back, because you just don't have the troop comp to do so. Because again, FICO here is running like 1.8, 1.9 mil tier 4 of each, with only 5 mil of each tier 2. Again, that's a good comp if you have like mini lead stats, but if you're a normal rally trap, there is a good chance people will walk back from that if they are top tier leads. But again, these are all low to mid tier leads, and the chance of getting hit by low to mid tier leads if you're only 470 mil is quite high. So there is that bonus. So it's the give and take. You're not strong enough to cap the Titans, but you will get rallied by these low to mid tier leads a lot more than if you were like 800 mil. Because again, if you're 800 mil, a low to mid tier lead probably doesn't even want to rally you if they don't have your scout. So anyways, 10 seconds to go here, just getting ready for the next rally from Karma Police. So let's take a look and see what they're going to send. Unfortunately, he's in the wrong thing. I've done this before. You have to actually click on the watchtower. Here you go. It is going to be a range rally. Is he already? No, he's in range. They're not really carpeting though. So again, he's just going to switch to his war gear and ran him away as fast as possible, just so hopefully they don't see his war gear. Yeah, you can see 3.6, so that's like 1.3 mil done there. You can see this guy has pretty decent gear actually for his castle stars. Yeah, anyways. So again, he's a low tier lead, but he's got some pretty decent gear. Let's take a look here. 1.5 mil almost. Again, range does a little bit more damage. It doesn't look like he has any fodder in there, so maybe FICO had a garrison there that took out all the fodder. It does help on the damage, but again, I believe range does the most damage from my experience. But yeah, other than that, anyways, yes. So I'm not sure what he's talking about getting a walk back. I guess maybe he might have taken a rally with his speed up gear instead. But anyways, yeah. So let's take a look here. 2 seconds. Oh, that one. Oh, okay, that's what was going on. It was a different rally. So, but that guy was a top tier lead. So, anyways, so again, if you're ever in this situation, just again make sure you're good to go. Because if you're going to go into Fury, make sure you're in a kingdom that you can take that. And if you're running one of these small guild or these small rally traps, you probably don't need to go into Titan kingdoms. They get hit, so you probably just want to stay away from Titans to begin with. Because again, you probably don't want to be trying to take on these new mixed rallies of Titans. They hurt too much, and you don't have the troops if you're running the small comp. But like I said, you can go for these smaller leads, these weaker kingdoms, and probably get hit pretty easily, since not many people run 400 mil rally traps nowadays, and you kind of look like a really easy target. And again, you can run an anti and people will still rally you. And if you go into Fury, this happens. People will still try to rally you. By the way, if you don't want them to cancel, port to the Wonder, because guess what? It looks like you're trying to basically get burned out of the Wonder and lose them, sort of thing. That's the whole point of it. So don't port to the corner, port to the Wonder. There's a good chance they won't cancel it because you can't shield because you're in the Wonder. So anyways, there's the next coalition coming in. Let's take a look. It is a mixed rally. This lead is he's not even a top tier lead. So I'm not sure why these non-top tier leads are doing mix. I don't know, maybe they're getting walkbacks. I've never had that happen on one of my accounts because I guess my rally traps are just too strong. But even on this tinier rally trap here, This guy's mix attack really doesn't do much damage, and even if he did walk back, you're not going to burn the rally trap because you're just not doing enough damage to do so, because you have to do more than the 2.3 you're sending. So I don't know. I've seen a lot of people try rally traps or try mix attacks, but they just don't have the stats to do the mix attacks. Again, this guy did use a bunny to get it back, but yeah, I don't know, because again, you need to be a top tier lead to a max account to have these mix attacks work, I think, just because these lower tier leads, they don't have the HP. A lot of times they don't have the right familiars to be doing mix attacks. They don't have all the shield ones. They don't have Jade Worm. They don't have all the good ones you actually need. Yeah, you do more damage if you just get a blast, or if you do a blast and get the counter off or something like that. It's a better idea. So anyways, but yeah, so great job for capping that one. Again, this guy was more of a mid-tier lead. He does have some Mythic Champ in there, but it wasn't like crazy Mythic Champ. Let's take a look at the guy's gear here. Yeah, so he's got some good tempering in there. He's got okay artifact stars. His castle stars are low. They didn't really send much tier 5. Yeah. Like, he had the pack 5s in there, but you need the shield familiars and Jade Worm and stuff to get those walkbacks. But anyway, so shout out to FICO for sending in the clips today. If you guys have any questions about rally trapping or anything, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.